All right. 3A. Would the point 2084 line on the graph of this cost plan? Explain. So remember the ordered pairs. Remember we plug this in? This is going to be the independent variable. This is going to be the number of shirts, and this is going to be the cost. And so what we need to do is take this information and plug it into that equation. So let's try that out by plugging 20 in. So if I take this exact same situation here, and I would do the cost of T is going to be equal to 34 plus 2.5 times 20. We're replacing that 20 to see if we're going to get an 84 over here. And so with that, I'll do 2.5 times 20. Put my 0 down. 2.5 is going to be 10. This is going to be 4 plus 1 is going to be 5. So I get $50 there. So now I've got 34 plus 50. And that does in fact actually equal $84. So yes, this point would end up on the line, and there's our explanation because of our work being shown. So that is 3A. 3B. What information does the number of t-shirts and cost do the coordinates of these points represent? Well, that's kind of funny. We just kind of figured that out. But basically, if I have my order pair 2084, this is the number of t-shirts, and this is the cost. That's what that means. C, what equation relates those? Hey, we did that out of order. We do that sometimes. So we would have here part C again. Our equation is going to be the cost mighty is equal to 34 plus 2.5 times n. So now they bring us to D. Would 2080 be a solution to this equation? Well, no, it can't be, because we just figured out that 2084 is. Well, let's just confirm that this time. So if I do the exact same work, they're asking us to see, would this be, so does 80 equal 34 plus 2.5 n? I'm actually doing this as part D. So we know that that 2.5 n was going to be putting in 20 in there, so let's change that n to a 20. And we knew it was going to be 34 plus 50, which we knew is 84. Look at that. No, these don't equal. They're not going to work. No, for that case. But there's one more. They asked us to put 14 and 69 in there to see if that would work. Because remember, that was a solution that was equal for the other ones as well. So let's try that. So now I'm going to be asked to look at the cost of this thing is going to be equal to 34 plus 2.5 times 14. So let's do that work here. So if I do 2.5 times 14, got 28 and 0 down, 5 and 2, 0, 5 and 3. Okay. So that's going to be $35. So I'm going to have, this is going to be that 34 plus 35. Does that equal 69? Hey, look at that. 69 is equal to 69. Yes. All right, I hope that was clear. So remember, any questions you guys have, definitely check in with me at the Google Meets, and we can talk through anything you might need to talk through. But I do want to preview the ACE work right now because it's going to go a little bit deeper on the work that we have here. So for that, let's take a look. All right, so tonight's work is 5 and 7 through 14. So let's take a look. Number 5. A third company, which is go back to our question from the roller skates company from before on number 4 there from yesterday's work. A third company, Wheels to Go, gives their quote, and then we have that cost from Wheels to Go is going to be 35 plus 4n, where the W is the cost for dollars for n students. So what information does the 35 and the 4 represent? For 60 students, which of the 3 companies is cheapest? So you need to go back to your work on number 4. How could you do that? By looking at tables, graphs, or equations. And then C, suppose the Students' Council wants to keep the cost of skating party to $500. That's the height that they have. how many people can they invite under all 3 of the plans. You have to go back and look at the rollaway skates and wheelies skates and stuff. Then we have part D over here. The points below lie on one or more of the graphs of the 3 plans of those companies. Decide which plan or plans these go through. So to go through each of these, not multiple choice. Put 20 in, see when you get 115. Put 65 in, see when you get 295. Put 50 in, see when you get 250 for all 3 of the plans. And then letter E, pick one of the points in part D and write a question that could be answered by that locating point. So basically saying, if 20 people wanted to go to this company, how much would it cost? That's kind of what they're asking you to do. All right, let's move on to number 7. All right, number 7, it says here, it says, suppose each of the following patterns continue. Which one is going to be linear? Explain your answer. So A, B, C, and D, which ones are linear? If they are linear, write an equation that goes with that. So again, look for the y-intercept, look for the constant rate of change if there's one. Notice how only this one has a 0. That doesn't mean any of these don't have zeros. You can use the 0, put one in, and figure out what the pattern would be, because you need to work, if you can work backwards, and also you might need to fill in some of those gaps like we did on number 5. Question 8. Here's another 2 different companies, and they're looking to print brochures for an event. So here's their costs and all those details. So look at this. For what number of brochures are the costs the same for both companies? What method did you use? The organizers have $65 to spend on brochures. Yeah. Which company should they go with? What information does the y-intercept of the graph represent for each equation? What equation does the coefficient, or what information does the coefficient of n represent? And for each company, describe the change in the cost as the number of brochures increases by 1. Question 9, they're looking for getting a DJ for an end of the year party. You got Tom's Tunes, Sabina Sounds, and DJ Derek. All the information is there, and you have all those details. They want you to write equations for all those DJs. What's the coefficient for X? What's the y-intercept? Suppose each DJ will work 8.5 hours. What's the cost? Suppose the committee will only pay $450. For how many hours can each DJ play? Number 10, a local department store offers 2 installment plans for buying the $270 skateboard. Here's the different ways you can make payments for it. Each plan, how much money will be owed after 12 weeks? Which plan requires the least number of weeks to pay for the skateboard? Write an equation for both. Suppose a skateboard costs $355. How would the answers of part A through C change? So they want you to do 355, but do the same work that you did for A, B, and C as you did for the 270. And last part here, 11 to 14. So you have A, B, C, D for all 4 of these. So A, what's the rate of change for 11, 12, 13, 14? State whether the values are increasing, decreasing, or neither as X increases. So is it going to be going up, going down, or being flat like we talked about? Give the y-intercept for all of them and list the coordinates of 2 points that lie on the graph of the equation. All right, 7th grade, this is a big one today. It's going to be good though. You guys have been doing a lot of great work lately, and I think you're going to do just fine. Please ask your questions though. I'll try to post this tomorrow morning early, or Wednesday. It is Tuesday when I'm filming this, but have this early for you guys to peek at before our next Google Meet. All right, see you guys. Bye.